lives are gonna be a bit different. We're gonna pick a topic and just go with the flow. You know, today's topic is how to get rid of the reverts and pivots. Basically, when you can't fully turn the board, you rely on landing on the back truck to bring the front truck forward. That's what revert slash pivots are, right? So if you think about backside big spin, if you can make it 270, but then on the pyramid you kind of give it the extra with the back trucks, that is a revert. A pivot is when you don't hear the screech on the floor, but you just turn, you complete the rotation. And so, what I talked about in the video I just posted, so you can look at the video for something a bit more visual instead of just talking about the concept, is you want to, at the very base level, like to summarize everything, is you want to be engaged. And what I mean by that is you want to make sure that you are close to your board throughout the whole movement so that it doesn't leave you and you have to kind of reach to complete the turn. You want to make sure that you're getting low by by engaging the hips, by bringing the hips back. So pretty much like sticking your butt out, making sure that you feel your glutes, hams, and quads all contract uh, or engage, I would say, and that your weight is over the board when you're about to do it, right? It's and primarily over the lead foot. So something I talked about also, I think on the video I'm gonna post in like 30 minutes, is the lead foot is the leg closest to the direction you're going. So for me as a regular skater, normally it's my left foot, but if I do a back 180 and land with my right being the lead foot, it becomes that foot, right? The right one. So it depends, whatever foot is closest to the direction you are going. Now, going back to the engaging the body, you want to make sure that you are engaged so that you are stable throughout the whole movement and you keep the board under you so that the board is following you instead of you having a reach for the board. um, that way when your whole body, you figure out how to leverage your wind up to do the whole 360 or a full 180, the board is automatically under your foot and following it, right, instead of you catching. Now don't get me wrong, sometimes it's really cool. Some people have some cool reverse, some cool style. They'll do backside flips off stairs. I've done it before where I pop, I'll kind of wait for it to be in the middle and then I'll bring it back. That's kind of like a revert in the air, which is, but it looks way cooler. And I feel that's what comes from not knowing how to just fully rotate the body in one motion, depending on what trick it is. So it's not a bad thing. It's just something that you don't want to be dependent on, right? Because that brings about compensations that can can make the progress of your skating a bit more, can be a hindrance to the skating, to your progress in skateboarding. So pretty much what I'm saying is that it's good to know when to use them and when to not. And most of the time, it's not good to use them because they're not reliable, right? You aren't engaged with the full body when when you're when you sorry, you're not connected to your board when you're not engaged before you even pop, before you even roll up. And so what I was giving the example with was like big spins, backside flips, um, I think frontside flips. Ghetto bird is another one. I was guilty of just knowing how to revert them. So I would go flip, land on the nose, which would finish off as the back foot, and then revert the end. But that was so inconsistent, and when I took it downstairs, I was heavy on the back foot when I landed. So I needed to just understand how I can let jump and stay engaged so that when I land, I'm over this right side and I'm not relying on the pivot, and the board stays under me. Damn, my nose is acting up. Whoops. But Uh, and this concept has helped me a lot with back threes. Even when I'm learning switch back threes or switch big spins, understanding how to wind up through an engaged manner to not rely on that revert is so beneficial, because when you want to take it downstairs or out of an obstacle, it just becomes so much more flowy, and it bleeds into other habits that you would want when you're building consistency or even just progressing on your board. So having said all of that, it brings about not relying on the pivot or the revert. It brings about some consistent and reliant habits that are beneficial to your skating. Wow, my nose, it's crazy. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions about that, reverts, pivots, I'm a skate coach in LA, or based in LA, but I'll go anywhere. I'm gonna go to San Bernardino this week and coach some little 6-year-old over there. So that's pretty sick. And I've been over there before. I've been to La Quinta, SD, Oceanside. I've been everywhere in Southern California. Now that Northern California, it's kind of like a ways out for me. So if I have like a week that I can set up and be over there coaching the whole day, every day, but not whole day, but every day at least like a client or two, that would be cool. But yeah, just feel free to ask any questions. These things are going to be uploaded, and so you'll kind of be able to reference them. Lately, the lives, or at least as of yet, the lives have been very chill, not so much substance or content, because I think it's fun that Can you hear me now? Wow. Can you guys hear me now? Mitchell, thank you so much for letting me know. I hope that thing wasn't on the whole time. Or I hope I wasn't off the whole time. Mitchell, my man. How about now? That is gonna suck if this thing was muted the whole time. I must say today's coffee was pretty good. Usually it's not on the greater side. Mitchell, can you guys hear me?
At Mitchell Ecadrill 2901. Up.
What's of?
At Liliana Champagne H3K said hi.
What's up, Liliana? How you guys doing?
At Mitchell Ecadrill 2901. Oh, it ain't Mitchell, it's Michelle.
Oh, I'm blind. It's because the way, so I'm using the text to speech.
At Mitchell Ecadrill 2901. Oh, it ain't Mitchell, it's Michelle.
Sorry, Michelle. Michelle. So I'm assuming you can hear me now. Good job. Sick. Was it muted the whole time? Were you here the whole time, or because I was talking about some some concepts here.
At Mitchell, I could drill 2,901. We can hear ya.
Yeah. Wow, my nose is acting up. Sorry, guys. Why? Wait, what? Board trip. 1 second, folks. Well, hopefully what I talked about got on the video the whole time, and you guys can replay it there. I'm really looking forward to doing more of these lives where they're a bit more conceptual.
At Mitchell, I could drill 2,901. No, I wasn't here the whole time. I just joined. I've been scrolling through the live streams.
Michelle, there we go. Lately actually I've been curious too and scroll through the live streams to see what's up, what grabs my attention. There's some pretty interesting live streams, right? What would you say has surprised you the most when it comes to watching some live streams? They're super interesting. Wow, it's 10:22. Actually, I need to head out of here. But thanks for hopping on. Like I said, this is going to be posted. You can watch back. Talked about how to engage your body to avoid consistent pivots and reverts. Enjoy the rest of your day.